AP's got a piece this morning on public approval of either the automakers or the unions. You want to know percentage that favor the automakers?
Oh my!
It's like 6%, 9%, something below 10.
I was shocked at that. I thought that perhaps there would be people who say, you know what, I have a F-150, I love it, and they do a great job, and the workers are being greedy. And no, the workers win.
Oh, that was awesome. That was like the greatest thing I've ever seen. I'm sorry, can I just say one? Like when Jim Cramer looks defeated.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, that was like that. Oh, I hadn't seen it. When he's like, the workers win. I was like, yes, yes. Like our goal in life should be to defeat CNBC anchors.
Dude, Jimmy boy, okay. Most Americans work and they work hard. And they know what it's like to feel like they aren't getting their fair share. Most people don't have cushy jobs in front of a camera. Most people don't get paid, millions of dollars in broadcast media contracts. So the reason why he doesn't understand why Americans are supportive of the UAW workers and their strike, it's because he doesn't understand what it means to be a worker. That's why that disconnect exists. He's like, wait, I don't understand. Isn't everyone heavily invested in the big three? And aren't they worried about the value of those shares going down? No, Jimmy, no. Most Americans want a fair wage. They want better working conditions. They want a piece of the pie that makes sense. That's the reality of the situation. So let's take a look.
Can I say one more thing about Jim Cramer's wonderfully defeated attitude? He's like, I thought a lot of Americans would like their Ford 150. But wait, finish the thought, Jim. So then you thought, since they like their truck, that they would be like, I'm so proud of those Ford executives. I am rooting for that corporation so much.
Yeah.
I hope they make a couple of more $1 billion in profits and don't share it with their workers.
Hey, Cenk, who built Ford Tough?
Yeah.
Who did it?
The CEO, the COO, the CFO. I mean, you really think that real Americans think that way? I mean, look at how detached from reality they are.
It's incredible, it really is.
They're like, how come they're not thanking the executives?
So let's get to the poll that his co-host was referring to, which of course led to that reaction. So this was an AP NORC Center for Public Affairs research poll. And here's what they found. 36% of Americans do in fact sympathize with the workers in their dispute with the automakers. 9% support the automakers, just 9%. And the rest back either both or neither. Now, if you break it down based on political affiliation, 55% of Democrats sympathize with the workers. So, that's really, really good news. And only 5% sympathize with the automakers. 6 in 10 people in the AP NORC poll say they think better pay for the auto workers would be a good thing. 8 in 10 Democrats and just under half of Republicans say it would be a good thing if the workers got raises. And guess what? The strikers refuse to back down. They are still on strike. And if anything, they're really heating things up, which I love to see. So after an unsuccessful meeting with Ford last night, 8,700 UAW workers at Ford's largest plant in Louisville, Kentucky, walked off the job without prior warning, which is actually a new tactic for the union. The UAW has been announcing its strike decisions on Fridays since it began their walkouts nearly a month ago. So here's Shawn Fain explaining their new tactic and decision.
Unfortunately, we've had to escalate our action. The bargaining committee here at Ford's been busting their asses, working hard for the membership. Vice President Browning and the whole team. We came here today to get another offer from Ford. Unfortunately, this offer was the exact same offer they gave us 2 weeks ago. In our position, they're not taking us serious. We've been very patient working with the company on this. At the end of the day, they have not met expectations. They're not even coming to the table on it. So at this point, we had to take action. Unfortunate that the company's put us in this position, but they made it happen. It's on them. They have to own it. We've been doing things a certain way. Every Friday, we've been doing Facebook Live updates to make announcements. So we had to choose to do things differently this way, and that's what we've done this time. So the good thing about this is a flexible option. So we had to make a decision. The companies aren't going to come to the table and take care of the membership's needs. then we will react. The bargaining committees of vice presidents and the membership are staying united, and that's how we're going to get this done.
Shawn Fain, as far as I can tell, really does appear to be an excellent leader. Now, Ford has offered UAW members a 23% wage increase over the course of a 4-year contract, as well as cost of living adjustments. Now, the UAW has demanded a 36% wage hike and significant improvements to retirement, healthcare, and other benefits. In addition to that, considering the changing nature of automaking and the shift toward electric vehicles, Fain also wants union representation of workers at new battery plants that are still under construction. And to get a sense of just how significant this Ford plant walkout is, just listen to CNBC, and I gladly will, describe the factory.
It is the largest plant Ford has in the world. It is probably, by most in the industry, consider it the most profitable auto plant of any automaker in the United States. I mean, this is where 19.7% of their volume comes out of the Kentucky truck plant. And oh, by the way, the stamping facility and the parts that are coming out of the Kentucky truck plant, they feed into about 13 other facilities upstream.
So just to give you a sense of how much money Ford is losing as a result of this specific walkout, they are expected to lose about $150 million per week, okay, in core profit from that Kentucky plant.
So Jim Cramer's reaction is, why don't the average American care about the $150 million in corporate profits we're losing every week? Okay, so look, I don't know about the specific details of the negotiation. There's no way of knowing from the outside what's fair and not fair about what they should do with electric vehicle batteries, right? So I'm not commenting on that. But what's clear about Shawn Fain is that he's an American hero. And why do I say that? Look, this guy is, God, on the left, we are so starved for leaders, right? And strength. So number one, the guy understands PR. He puts out that video clearly explaining their position and why they did the walkout. Thank you. Union leaders for so long would do things and then they would never explain it. And they would never effectively communicate it in the press. And then they would get blamed, right? No, he's like, look, we asked them for something new. It took 2 weeks. I thought we were gonna get a new offer. And so when they insult us by not giving us a new offer and wasting our time, we said, all right, then we'll take, we'll go strike on that plant. And then when you cry that, oh my God, that plant makes $25 billion a year, okay, then why don't you share some of that $25 billion? You fall right into his PR trap. I love this guy. And so then you see that video of the workers. You know what they look like? They look like America, right? White, black, blue collar, working class. God, that was America, right? And he lines them all up behind him. He sends out the videos of them on the picket line, etc. And he's strong. This is how you're supposed to do it.
Definitely. Now, in response to the latest strike action, Ford, in a statement, called the decision to strike or walk off the job in the Louisville, Kentucky plant grossly irresponsible, but unsurprising given the union leadership's stated strategy of keeping the Detroit Three wounded for months through reputational damage and industrial chaos. Pay them what they're owed. It's not that difficult, considering the insane profits and the insane compensation package that the CEOs have been getting. $29 million in compensation in one example. Come on. And Wednesday's walkout brings the total number of striking UAW workers at the big three automakers, Ford, General Motors, and Jeep maker Stellantis, to about 33,700, or roughly 22% of the union's workers at the Detroit automakers.
All right, last thing is, look, Republican voters, our beef with is with your leaders, the right-wing media, the politicians, etc. But what are you guys doing? Why are you only at 22% supporting the auto workers? Now, a lot of them also say both, to be fair, right? So, but guys, you're also the average American worker, like we are, like everybody is. When I say we, I mean like the Democratic side, the left-wing side, the right-wing side. All real people are normal American workers. You gotta have solidarity there, man. Don't listen to your right-wing media telling you that you should kiss the ass of the companies and the corporations, and you should worship their stock portfolios. No, stick up for the average guy.
Thanks for watching. If you become a member, you get to watch all this ad-free, except for, of course, this ad. Still, hit the join button below.